whoa. We're at the shop getting the alarm installed. Just do a quick walkie walk. It's out. So when I get out of here, I'll have a new two-way Viper. Here's the shop. Dude is super cool. He wants to do a whole bunch of stuff to the van, but funds are limited right now. For now, we're gonna get the alarm. They got this cool rear view mirror that does a front and back camera. 180p, records. It's nice. Kind of want it. But for now, do the alarm. I have a Wi-Fi backup camera. I asked him about, and he shook his head no.
Now if somebody breaks in with the alarm going off and they start hitting that button or whatever, it does nothing without the key.
And is there a way to adjust like the vibration of it, or is it just set at one?
Let's see where it's at.
Camped out of there.
It's a pretty good hit.
Yeah.
So you're all set.
Thank you, sir.
The directions are on the center console.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna talk to Bob and get him paid out. Cool. Just got my alarm installed. I went to go visit a old friend of mine I used to work with. He checked out the van. He dug it. He didn't realize how small it really is in here, because on the videos you can't really tell, but it is crammed in here. But we did have our captain's chair here turned around, so it made a huge difference. So we sat and chatted, talked about the van, the build, what's going on with life, where we're headed. I have no idea. Just taking a little drive down PCH, down here by Hermosa. Now we're entering into Redondo. Thinking about checking out South Redondo where all the vans hang out. Seeing what's going on over there. I'll take you with me. A little van tour. South Redondo's a cool little spot. They got the vans that are parked on the Esplanade, and that's where people can park overnight down by Rat Beach, South Torrance. We'll go this way? No, we'll wait. We'll go down the next street. Got this. My fingers keep getting in the way. Over here is Redondo High. I didn't go there. My little brother did. I went to Maricosta. Didn't like it too much. I was talking with this older gentleman at the alarm shop, and he was checking out my van. And he said back in 1976, he lived in a van out in Costa Rica. It's interesting, all the people you meet when you have a van. But he said, once you get on the road there, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love doing that camping or whatnot. Oh, another accident. Oh boy. But we were talking about vans and his Beamer. He had a nice Beamer. I think he said it was a 1985, 86 M6. He said it was the first round ever made, something like that. But he was getting a new, not a new radio, he was getting an original old radio put back in. He's taking and restoring the whole thing back to its original state. But yeah, he dug the van, he saw what I was doing with it. He said it's gonna be fun. Again, he asked me, what are you doing with this? You're gonna live in it? You're gonna camp in it? And I said, oh, it is what it is for right now. I don't know, I don't have plans. But here we are at the Esplanade in South Redondo. This is where a lot of the van people meet up or sleep. You'll probably see a bunch right now. Let me see what I can find. I mean, for a Saturday afternoon, it looks pretty dead. It's usually crowded with people riding their bikes and walking their dogs and having their Starbucks Frappalappuccinos. Let's see what's going on here. We got some doggy dogs. We got some mansions overlooking the ocean here. Let's see what you got. Yeah. There we go. There's the ocean for you. There's PV up there. You can go. Yeah, so that's what it looks like out here. Some tankers out there parked waiting to dock. They're all being stacked up out there. They're not able to come up to the port and unload. Something's going on. Something about a pandemic or something. It's pretty nice out here. But man, is it expensive. I wanted to live in one of these apartments up here. I think we passed it, but there's one very small, 1 bedroom. And this was back in, I think it was 2015 or 16, I wanted to move in. And they wanted $2,100 back then. So now it's probably $2,800 for a 1 bedroom. It doesn't look like we got any vans out here today. Usually they're stacked up here. They probably had to skedaddle, but then come back and park later at night. But yeah, any of you guys interested in parking near a beach, this is one of the spots you can come park, I believe. I see them all the time, so here's one. And here's what I used to drive, an FJ Cruiser. I sold that for this thing. Can you believe it? I can. It served its purpose. It could only do so much for my needs. Let's see if there's anything going on up here. Any banners here? No? You know what? I'll take you up the street that I took you down before. That one morning. They got vans. Boy, they got vans. I'm still getting used to driving this thing. It's huge, man. I'm getting better, but... So here's where you can park at night. And here's your view. Some vans, some vans, some vans. Go slow here. This orange van up here is a van you can find on Instagram under Uncle Rico's. He sells tea out of that van every Friday night at sunset. People come down here and park and grab a tea out of his van. He makes it, brews it fresh. Super cool dude. Every time I buy a tea from him, I over tip him because I like to encourage that type of business. Self-made entrepreneur, doing it out of a van, helping him out. Now he's getting his own tea shop, brick and mortar, which is cool. But it all started out of his van. I'm sure that was the only way you could really save too, right? I mean, if you're going to be spending $3,000 on rent, how are you ever going to start anything up when you're just making your landlord rich? Yeah, I'm kind of done with that scenario. Hopefully we can figure something out here. So that was Redondo, South Redondo, Torrance Beach, Rat Beach. Check it out if you're ever in the area and you want a place to pull your van over and crash. I think that's one of the spots. It's a nice spot. All that ocean view. There's a spot you could pay for the parking, but there's also that street parking that people use. So I'm headed back to the house. Not a house. Headed back to my spot. This is the area my landlord is living. This is what I'm paying for here. Man, I should have became a landlord. All the rent checks you get. Jeez, you can live in a nice spot like this. Up in the hills, in the shady trees, have people pay you monthly ridiculous fees. Yeah. So I was just thinking about what would the future be like for this van after I've been in it for 2-3 years, 4 years. I don't know how long I'm gonna have this thing, but I've had my FJ for, I would say, 8 years. Never thought I would sell it. Here's a nice van. That thing looks sick. It was one of those rare finds, and there was only 1,500 made of the one that I had. I've never thought that I would let it go, and I let it go. So now I'm in the van, and I have the same feelings towards this van that I did with the FJ, with all the work and hours that I've put into it so far. I'm like, I can't see myself selling this thing. I want to hold on to this. I mean, this is basically a home on wheels right now, and if somebody approached me and asked me to sell it, I don't think there's a number. I mean, there's a number, but I don't think there's a number. You know? If somebody approached you to sell your van and you put in a month's work of everyday build, what would your number be? How much would you let it go for? Like, seriously, I'm thinking about it. I don't know if there's a number. I mean, if I got a good number where I was able to buy another van and have a whole chunk of change left over, I would definitely do another build. Knowing what I know now, it would be better. It would be, you know, Mama Bear 2.0. And but for now, I don't think there's a number. I'm sure none of you would sell your vans. First of all, they're hard to find. And then when you find that one, it's like you hang on to it. There's a Winnie. These things are huge. Mansion on wheels. All right, I'm getting close here, so I'm about to take off. I will talk to you guys tomorrow.